o'clock. Bear with me uno minuto. Okay. Screen recording, boom chakalata on. Okay. Okay. Recording Facebook, recording Instagram. Happy Thursday. Happy day 4 of our challenge that we're doing here, the 5-day self-care mastery challenge. I don't have my things plugged in. Come on. There we go.
Happy Thursday. My name is Shauna Bryant. I am your host of the 5-day self-care mastery challenge. We're going to just start diving right in. Welcome. If you have not been following along, we've been going live every morning at 11. We talk for half an hour about really essential missing keys that might be keeping you from taking care of yourself in a simplified, easy manner. You know, you might be feeling burnt out or stressed out or overwhelmed or resentful, or just like you never have any time for yourself. So we're showing you this whole week, we've been showing you how to really dive into a self-care routine that's not selfish, that's not hell of time consuming. We're recording. Okay, good. So it's been really fun. We've been doing fun giveaways today. I'm going to announce this winner. Obviously, I'm going to buy something, my favorite smudge kit, off of Amazon, and just send it directly to the winner. We'll talk about that at the end, but let's just dive right in. So this missing key, first off, if you have not been following along, introduce yourself if you're able to when you're hopping in here live, and if you're watching the replay, no worries. This will give you a really fun chance to win the next prize, which I believe is today is the chakra cleansing cards. I have them right here, hang tight. These are my first deck that I bought. Really cool. We'll talk about all the giveaways and stuff though at the very end. So let's talk about the missing key number 4. This one is so simple. So when I ask you to write down, right, your list of things to do that you do day in and day out, let me ask you a question. Are you on that list? Where are you on your list? You know, you can write down breakfast, make the kids lunch, drop off, work, errands, bedtime, dinner, all that, right? Where are you on your list? And if you're not on your list, or if you're really far down there, we need to become aware of that. That may be a huge sign of why you might be feeling burnt out or overwhelmed or exhausted. Because if you're not scheduling yourself in, who's going to schedule you in, right? It's you. You schedule your, whatever it is. You might schedule your week, you might schedule your day, day activities that you have to do. You might do it on a Sunday and do the rest for the whole rest of the week. But it's scheduling in you on your to-do list, your calendar. Where are you at when you look at your calendar? If you're not on there, at all, I invite you to take a peek at that. That might be a huge missing component of why you might be so tired or resentful or feel like you just don't have any time. It is because you're not giving back to yourself. So we've talked every single day. We're all building up on these layers of possible reasons why you're feeling frustrated or tapped out or overwhelmed, and it's because you never have enough time for yourself. You're never giving back to this, right? So one of the simplest things you can do leading up, we've talked about connecting with yourself and others, your one small thing, having fun, and then you putting yourself on your map, you scheduling your time for you on your daily calendar. It's on your phone, it's in a journal, it's on a pad of paper, whatever that is, whatever your scheduling routine looks like, where are you on it? And I invite you to be straight up honest with yourself. If you're not on there, let's try to bring you up on the list. And if you're sort of middle down the list, let's try to bring you up a little bit more so you know I'm going to get myself some time today. I'm going to relax. I'm going to read a book. I'm going to run. I'm going to prepare for this marathon. I'm going to do some journaling. I'm going to write if I want to write a book, I'm going to try to write, 500 words or whatever. We talked about that yesterday or the day before. So when your self-care and we're not just talking about bubble baths and chocolate and roses and all of this stuff. It's about self-love is self-care. And how can you give back to yourself by putting yourself down on your schedule? So you're busy, you have a million different things that you do day in and day out. And if I told you to get your piece of paper and write yourself, okay, here's what I do, all these things that I do in basically a day in the life of you, where are you at? And it's not anything like, oh crap, I'm not on there. These are just ideas that I'm giving you that I have helped myself and all the girls in my membership in the community that we have is helping them overcome burnout. And it first starts with awareness. Like, okay, I am not on my list, so that could be a huge factor in why I'm so tired and grumpy, and you name it, you name the side effects of it. So we know that you have a million things to do, so where are you at? How are you showing up for yourself? Where are you scheduling in you time? Not at the last minute, not maybe once a week, not any of that, but how can you start incorporating more you time to reconnect with yourself, to pause, to do fun stuff like we talked about yesterday? What can you do to really boost your confidence and your not so being exhausted, right? So like, just like you schedule in your errands, your vacations, your appointments, your doctor's appointments, your bills, all of the things that you do every single day, you have to schedule in your self-care. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. We've talked about this. Self-care does not need to be hella fancy or time-consuming or fussy or selfish or any of the above, any of those things. It's just about you finding what it is that you like. And so you can do that more often. You can incorporate that more in your day. Take little blips here, take little walks here, take little dance parties here on the way to pick up. You see what I'm saying? So how can you be sure that you schedule in your self-care? And it's literally just by scheduling it, whether you do that on the weekend, whether you do that on the, the night before, the day of, whatever your organizational system is. How can you put yourself on your to-do list? That's my whole goal for today. Because if you don't schedule it in, what's going to happen? You're going to forget about it, right? Or, oh, well, I'll get to that when. We talked about this yesterday. I'll get to that when we clean up the house, or after I walk the dog, or I'll get to that when. So where can you during your day help or put yourself on your schedule so it doesn't get lost or forgotten or flaked on, right? So once you put it on your schedule, do it. Okay, that's another kind of component. But for right now, we're just focusing plain and simple on scheduling in your self-care, whatever that means to you. So this is super simple. This one is probably not going to take that long because it's just not rocket science. But here's some different ways to schedule yourself in. So you can write it down on your daily to-dos. You can put it on your phone. You can place stickies, little Post-its around, like, at 2 o'clock, I'm doing this. Or at 5 o'clock, I'm going to go get a cup of coffee. Or I'm going to call my friend. Or I'm going to, whatever your self-care thing is that you want to do and that you want to kind of incorporate, like with your one small thing that we talked about, write it down. Put it everywhere. Tell a friend. Say, hey, my girlfriend is running a marathon. I need an accountability partner. There was one, this is cute. One girl was like, dude, I have had my second kid. I'm just super tired. Will you help me be accountable for just getting dressed and not looking like a bum every day, right? So just getting an accountability partner, or just try to incorporate just different ways so that you will do it, right? So scheduling it is one thing, but you have to follow through on it. So how can you make stuff so simple? Again, your one small thing. How can you choose the one simple thing that you want to do and put it on a calendar and then follow through? Not these big, bodacious, big, gigantic things. Of course, we want you to dream big, but how can you find something just totally doable and you put it on your calendar and you stick with it? This could be something that you do for 5 days, it could be for 30 days, it could be whatever it is, but it's just starting small. And the way that you can do that is make it really small and then put it on your calendar, and don't forget yourself. We have to schedule in our self-care because it'll always be put at the last minute. Oh, I'll get to that when, or you'll flake on yourself, or other things with your family will come up, like husband's being late to work and the kid is sick, and try to do it when you know you're going to get it done. Like if you have a break from work or a lunch break and you want to get some exercise, you can eat and then run, or run and eat, whatever works for you and your routine and your schedule. How can you put yourself on your to-do list for the day, for the week, and really make sure that you're following through with it? This one is super not rocket science, but it's so important, because if it's not scheduled, just like if your dentist is not scheduled, just if like your doctors or your acupuncture or your DMV driving test, whatever it is, if you don't schedule it, you'll forget, and that's the end of it. Too much stuff goes on in here, and then you're like trying to catch up and you're trying to do this. Put it down on a piece of paper, or put it on a sticky note on your phone, or have reminders. Hey, it's 11 o'clock. Take a break from work and go run, or right after drop off, I'm gonna walk, or you do understand what I'm saying? So this is all about you doing what is comfortable and soothing and all of this stuff for you. Not what I say you should be doing. I'll never say anything like that. Not what the gurus tell you, not what anything else is saying or people are talking about that we should be doing. It's literally a chance for you to connect with yourself this whole week. These have been just reminders like, hey, you are important. Your self-care is important. Your energy levels are important, and how you're showing up for yourself can have huge positive side effects to everyone around you when you start doing your own self-care. So how can you show up for yourself? Where can you schedule it? Where do you have little blips in your calendar for the week and you're like, okay, run from 8 to 8:30 after drop off, or meet for coffee with a girl from 9 to 10, something like that. How can you, maybe push back the errands and try to get in a little bit of exercise or playtime, or whatever it is, all these things that we've been talking about, trying to incorporate them in a little bit of a time, but you for reals putting it on your schedule. It's the simplest thing to do, because if we don't put it on the schedule, it's out of sight, out of mind, and then other things come up, or other people's needs, or right? So try to put it on the schedule. It doesn't have to be these big, long, drawn out things. They can be simple. They can be not time consuming. It's just about you getting in the routine of putting yourself and weaving yourself on your to-do list. So really, if you don't have any questions, this one is plain and simple, very straightforward. I'm going to check here on, hi Cece. Let me see. Welcome, housekeeping. Schedule it. Where are you at on your list? Plain and simple, as straight up as it can possibly get. Where are you at on your list, and how can you schedule yourself in? Boom. On a Sunday, on a night before, on a however you plan your schedule. That's it. Okay, so we need to go over the winner of day 3's smudge kit. I have mine. This is the one that I use. But sometimes they come with crystals, sometimes they come with incense, sometimes they come with, I'm not even sure what they've got, but the one that I use is the sage and the Palo Santo, and what else came with that? A feather, something else. So that'll be fun. This will be our giveaway for the day for, this was yesterday's giveaway. Let me see if I have today's giveaway for day number 4. I'll tell you how to enter in just a second, but you're gonna win these cards. So you have a chance to win these cards. Monday, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays giveaways are all given away already, but you still have time to enter for this one for tonight. And then tomorrow, I think it's a combination of stuff and a coaching call with me. That's really fun. We can connect and get down to the nitty gritty. You can ask all your questions about whatever you want to talk about for 30 minutes. So this is for today. And And the person who's going to win this one will be announced tomorrow. So who won the smudge kit? I want to get my handy dandy. Did I put them in here? I did. Okay, I did. Okay, so today's winner, so actually yesterday's winner, day number 3, the smudge kit, I think it's like a $30 value, something like that, is Michelle. Thank you, Michelle, for participating yesterday. These are just fun little things. They're not huge or any of a big deal, but these are really fun things that I have kind of gotten into the years of getting back to myself and getting to know myself and be confident, and cleansing my house and having crystals and all of that weird stuff is a part of what I do on kind of a daily basis. And I think you'll like it. You can Google it. I can answer questions that you have with all the weird stuff that I do. But they're really helpful. It's just to kind of ground you. Hang tight a second, I'm a little uncomfortable. To kind of ground you as a mom and as rushing around all over the place. And these are fun things like these cards. This is today's giveaway for tomorrow. These cards just kind of let you know, like, it's kind of just speaking to a higher self, I guess. It's not really like, and all this kind of stuff. I just like to pull the cards to see what they say. You know, you can believe it, you can not, whatever you get down with. But this one's really cool. It's a very good beginner card, and they're so pretty. I'll open this one up. But anyway, thank you, Michelle, for, this guy. Tell him not to call me, my husband. How do I turn on no notifications? But these are so pretty. Like you mix them all up and you ask a question. You can say WTF. I started doing that the other day. You can say, you know, whatever. You can ask a million questions, but you pull a card, you mix them all up, you pull a card, and then you open up the book, and it'll tell you more like kind of what to focus on, or like listen to yourself, or have confidence. This one was Mother Earth. See that? Isn't that fun? And then you could just read it. It's just something I like to do. I don't do it every day, but in the morning or at night, or when you're feeling kind of like, ugh, you know, what in the actual F? So anyway, you have a chance to win that. All it is, guys, it's so simple, is you listen to these short videos. Again, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, they're already spoken for, but we still have the chakra cards and then a few other things tomorrow, plus a coaching session. What was I going to say? Oh, you can just simply, Michael, he made the screenshot. Okay, anyway, the giveaways, if you just take a peek at the video, then at the end, you just write down maybe like a takeaway or an aha or some kind of like big or a small, simple nugget or something that you got from the videos. You write it down on a piece of paper, take a snapshot of it, and you just post it on social media. So over on Facebook, you can tag me. Always tag me so I can see what's going on at Rockin' Mom's Kitchen. Instagram at It's Shauna Bryant. And then you hashtag 5 days of self-care. Literally, that's it. And then for that day, if you do it by midnight, then you'll be entered into this little bag that I have. And then you could be the winner of these fun things. And they're not these big, you know, ta-da, expensive, you know, diamond things, but it's really simple stuff that helps me. And I've given them away to all of my challengers and my members and stuff over this last year, and they really love it. The sage and the music and stuff that someone won on Tuesday, I think. Anyway, so that is it for today. This was a quickie. It's not rocket science. It's literally about scheduling yourself. You are important. Your needs are totally important, because if you're not taking care of your needs, everything else gets negatively affected, right? You show up, when you take care of yourself, you can show up and have more confidence and more play and more fun. And when you're just feeling tapped out on the majority of the time, it's time to start rethinking things like, how can I schedule in 5 minutes here? How can I schedule in 20 here? How can I spend 10 minutes on myself, jumping in a freezing cold pool, or walking, or calling a friend, or having coffee by yourself, or, you know, just those simple little things. How can you just tap into that? How can you tap into that? What do I need right now? Instead of busying, you know, here we are with our phones 24/7. oh, I got to do more, and I got to go to Costco, and I got to do this, and how can you tap more into this of what you need? All that other stuff always gets done, right? It will always get done. There's Instacart. I think I told you that on Monday. Instacart, Costco delivers, Whole Foods delivers, Safeway delivers, food places deliver. Like, how can you lighten up your load? How can you reconnect with yourself so it's not just work, errands, drop off lunches? You see what I mean? Where's the fun? Where is the play? Where is all of that? Where is that on your schedule? So if you're not scheduling in yourself, no one else is going to schedule it for you. We'll talk a lot about this tomorrow. Tomorrow's topic goes very deep. It's a little heavy. I wouldn't say it's heavy. It's triggering for some. It would have pissed me off, I think, a while ago too. It makes a huge difference. Hi, Cece. Hi, Michelle. Thanks for coming on. But taking ownership, that's tomorrow's call. So good. But it can be irritating when you hear it. It's kind of like, ooh, you know. Anyway, that's our fifth and final day of the challenge, but it's a good one. So in any case, if you don't have any questions, I will let you go. We rocked this one out in like 20-ish minutes. So the giveaway was Michelle C, I believe. I want to say, if I can't remember, I'll look it up. You got the smudge tools, but in order to win these are fun. And I can totally answer any questions you have. I just started doing this within the year. It's just really fun. But there's some things you have to do, like when you first open up a kit. Anyway, if you have questions about that, let me know. If you have any questions at all, or if you have a question or a topic or something that you want to talk about, bring it on. You know, let's kind of lighten this. Let's lighten self-care. Let's not think that it's so stressful and time consuming and so selfish and so lazy and all of these things that we're taught, right? Let's redefine it. Let's really tap into this and like really get out of our minds in the busyness. And we can do that by really taking back our time. And again, it's not hour-long vacations, hour-long spa days, or the whole weekend I have to be at a spa for me to re-energize myself. Those are amazing. I highly recommend them. I highly recommend to do girls' nights and date nights and, time alone and stuff, but it's really about you connecting back with yourself to figure out what you need. Do you need sleep or rest, or to not clean the flippin' kitchen every day? Or you get it? Like, we really have to start tapping into our power, because it's there. It's just we're so busy. Like, my therapist 5 years ago was like, I think I said this story before, but the plates, she was like, you're juggling like 7,000 plates, and it's all going to come crashing down if you don't slow the F down. So I had to, because it took a toll on my health. I had candida. I had my adrenals were burnt out, literal exhaustion when I had my third. And I was like, oh my gosh, I cannot do this anymore. I can't be expected to do everything. I can't show up for everyone 1,000% if I'm not showing up for myself. So that's when I started. And it's about shoveling your stuff. It's about doing the inner work. Everything that we do just shows you how to do it a little bit simpler, so it's not so complicated. Your self-care doesn't need to be complicated. It doesn't need to be any of those things that we talked about before. But you have the power to connect back with this, because this is where you'll really just start to go, wow, I'm really tired. Wow, maybe I should start meditating, or maybe I want to run. Maybe I just need some real effective stress relievers so that I can show up more happy with my kids, and I can be more present with my husband, who wants my attention 24 hours a day. You see what I mean? So I'm going to let you go. I don't want to keep you waiting for too long or going for too long, but I hope you enjoyed today's missing key. And if you've got any nuggets or anything that you think was great, I'd love for you to share them with me. And don't forget to take a picture of what you've learned, or an aha, or a takeaway, or something that just that you resonated with for today's call. So anyway, I appreciate you hopping on and staying on. If you watch this For the replay, no worries. Just try to make sure that you do it within the day, right? So anyway, I hope you have a good day. Tomorrow's our 5th and final day. It's perfect because it's Valentine's Day. Don't forget to give yourself some self-love. You know, we have a lot of stuff going on. It was Valentine's Day. We had to make special ones for my 5-year-old, and just make sure that you're doing this. It's my husband's birthday. We celebrated for like 3 days in a row, but don't forget this one, okay? Please don't forget you. You're super important, and you need it so you can recharge your batteries and show up positive and healthy and happy. But I'm gonna go. I wanna cut this. So I'll see you soon. Thanks for all your awesome posts and sharing, and don't forget to enter tonight's giveaway, and then that winner will be announced tomorrow, and then tomorrow's winner will be announced on Saturday. Okay, have fun. I'll see you soon. Same time tomorrow. Oh, I'm trying to push I'm trying to push the button with my finger.